Hey guys, the Chicken is here, back today with another home gym video. In today's video, guys, I wanted to do a 2 or maybe 3 year update on the StrongArm combo rack. So that is standing behind me here in all of its glory. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how it's held up, my thoughts on it, how I feel about it, updated after having it for over a couple years now. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more home gym content, and don't forget to leave a like down below if you like the video. So the StrongArm combo rack. Now, this is a great rack for a few different reasons. Number one, it's the most budget-friendly combo rack on the market. Nothing else comes closer in terms of price, at least when I got it. Titan Fitness might have another one out by now, but it's great because it'll fit in a very compact space. It allows you to squat and bench, and you can do a bunch of other stuff with it too. The reason I have it is because I wanted a standalone bench area rather than dragging a bench in and out of the squat rack. This just stays here. When I'm ready to bench, I just bench and don't have to worry about anything. So in terms of how I feel about it, about using it, the most important part of it, I love benching on this thing. There's a couple of reasons. So I find the bench itself, the actual bench that you're lying down on, it's just the perfect, it's a standard width, but it's just the perfect width, and I love the grippiness on it. I've set multiple bench PRs since I've got this, and it's just a better setup. It's a better setup than I had, in the commercial gym that had, all the Rogue equipment and everything like that. It's very comfortable, it's very durable, and I love the look of it too. So it feels great. For what I need, it works great. I can also do like little accessory things too, like if I want to do, because I don't have a lot of ceiling height in my gym, so if I wanted to do like seated skull crushers or something like that, it's nice to be able to use this. I can just, I can actually unrack and rack it without having to move anything around. I can just jump in and go. That's what I really like about it. That's what I wanted to get really with the standalone bench. I haven't used the band pegs in a while, but they do work really well. There's no issues there. The next thing that I really like about it, and kind of a, I forget the guy's name, but there was somebody recently that just died doing squats where the bar came down and crushed their spine or something like that, which is, horrible thing. Thoughts and prayers and all that stuff. That's very, very sad to see, but could have been prevented. Could have been prevented with spotter arms, with a really good set of spotter arms. So the safety of this bench, especially when you're benching alone, which can be kind of tricky if you don't have a spotter, or you're trying to go for a 1 rep max, or maybe you're doing a little bit more than that for overload work or whatever. Just knowing that it's overbuilt to be safe, where I could literally drop the thing from as high up as I can hold it straight on my neck. These things aren't going anywhere. I mean, there's the safety arms are super well built. They've got a thick layer of UHMW plastic, so it's not going to damage the bar. And it's also got a very thick steel peg. So, I mean, you're never going to break. Like, you can, I don't know what the drop test is on it, but you could drop it from whatever height and you're not going to have any problems. So it's nice just knowing that it's going to be safe. And, sometimes I've used like really shoddy benches in the past, and it sucks going for like a max rep attempt or a max 1 rep max. Just if you don't have faith in the equipment and you need somebody to spot you. I don't like relying on or having to worry about other stuff like that. It's the same reason I've got a half rack, because I just don't want to think about other stuff when I'm lifting weights. It's already, focused enough, so I don't want to be, is my equipment going to hold up, or, oh, did I set this right? This I can just jump in and go. So really like that about it. Now, in terms of how it's actually held up over the years, I have not had any problems with it. There are a few minor things that I'm going to show you guys. If we can do this, let's just bring this over here. So a little bit of rust, nothing too wild. You can see here some rust spots in the screw caps. The main thing that I noticed about this bench, anyways, is you can see. I don't know how well you can see here, but I don't know, this setup here where you've got the top rack and then the bottom rack, I wish it didn't bounce so much. Like, if I do have to drop a weight, it's like, it's very loud, right? You don't really see that. Yeah. I'll move it down here. But yeah, if I have to drop the weight for whatever reason, it's very loud, it's very wobbly. I mean, it's safe, it's sturdy, it's not going anywhere. but I just wish that this connection was a little bit more tight and there was less kind of wobble in those arms. I think they could simply fix that by just putting, you know, one more piece, because this doesn't, there doesn't need to be any movement in this. Like, I think if they just literally put a piece of UHMW, or like have the roller just go all the way through and then secure it with another piece in the middle to the rack itself. I don't know why they want to have given it, you know, but I mean, that's not really a thing over the years. That's just kind of how it is. But I have noticed it's gotten a little bit more wobblier, just a little bit more. And I mean, if you're careful with it and you don't smash the weights down all the time, like I do sometimes, you're not going to have any problems. So other than that, I mean, there's a little bit of scratches on it and there's some rust, but you know, it's a bench press, right? It's for lifting weights. You're putting a heavy, you know, metal barbell onto, you know, other pieces of metal. It's gonna get dinged up. If it's not dinged up, I'd be worried about why you got it in the first place. You know, unless you take meticulous care of your equipment, which some people do, which is great. But yeah, other than that, there's nothing that's gone wrong with it. It's, you know, stood the test of time for sure. You'll see that in the back here, what I've done is that box thing, that piece of steel there, that sits over the top, and it sits on top of this bench to lock it into place. I've actually removed that because it's very heavy and it's very awkward to move around. So sometimes I'll pull the bench out if I'm doing dumbbells. Because you can pull the bench out, or you can pull the spotter arms out, and then you can do dumbbell press that way. I don't like moving the spotter arms around because it's basically just what I just talked about. Yeah, I try not to move them if I don't have to. I like to just leave them in place. Then I don't have to worry about resetting them at the right height or anything like that. But I do move the bench back and forth for the dumbbells right now, so I've just taken that box off, which, you know, you don't really, I don't think most people would do that, but it is a pain if for whatever reason you do have to take the bench in and out to go somewhere else. It is annoying to lift that for sure. It does have plate storage in the back. I've never actually used it. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it stood up really well. And I'm eventually going to get another adjustable bench, like pretty well just to use the dumbbells and stuff. So I'll eventually put that back on, and then it's kind of like a solid bench press again. But I have not had any issues. It stood up really well. A couple very minor things, just for the sake of, you know, the video, talking about some things that, you know, have stood out to me. But the rollers work great. Everything that, you know, moves on it, there's no problem with. Spotter arms are great, and the bench itself, I really like. And it's very heavy duty, you know, it's all built to last. I think it's all 11 gauge steel, and yeah, so I've been super happy with it, you know, so far. So yeah, if there's any questions that you guys had about this StrongArm combo rack, let me know down below in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. But as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Check it out.